Imagine a book so ancient, so shrouded in secrecy that it was hidden from humanity for centuries. A book that describes angels descending to earth, giants walking among men, and cosmic secrets no one else dared to reveal. This is the Book of Enoch. Some call it apocalyptic fiction. Others believe it contains real history, a forbidden chronicle of our world before the flood. Tonight, we dive into the mysteries that have haunted scholars and mystics alike for millennia. Enoch, the great-grandfather of Noah, is mentioned only briefly in the Bible. Yet, in the Book of Enoch, he becomes a central figure, a man who walks with God, ascends to heaven, and witnesses the workings of the universe. The text claims Enoch was granted forbidden knowledge, knowledge that no mortal was meant to hold. Every line is a glimpse into a lost world view, where humans and divine beings intersect. Scholars debate, was Enoch a real historical figure or a symbolic conduit for ancient wisdom? Regardless, his name carries weight in Jewish, Christian, and even Islamic traditions. Fragments of the Book of Enoch were found among the Dead Sea Scrolls, confirming its antiquity. Portions of the text are believed to date as far back as the 3rd century BCE, but it was preserved in full only in the Ge'ez language by the Ethiopian Orthodox Church. For centuries, Western scholars had no access to it. The text is divided into 5 sections, each revealing layers of cosmic, moral, and apocalyptic insight. The Book of the Watchers, the Book of Parables, the Astronomical Book, the Dream Visions, the Epistle of Enoch. Each section is a door into a world of mystery, blending prophecy, astronomy, and morality. Why was the Book of Enoch excluded from the canonical Bible? Some scholars argue that its vivid accounts of angels and giants were too controversial for early religious authorities. Others suggest that its apocalyptic visions conflicted with developing theological doctrines. Yet, despite being labeled apocryphal, the influence of Enoch is undeniable. References to its themes appear in the New Testament, particularly the Book of Jude. For those who study it, Enoch is not just a story. It is a warning, a revelation, and a puzzle that has endured for thousands of years. From the very first lines, the Book of Enoch challenges accepted history. It speaks of celestial watchers descending to earth, imparting forbidden knowledge and corrupting humanity. It describes giants, celestial chambers, and events so extraordinary that skeptics dismiss them as myth. Yet fragments discovered among ancient scrolls suggest this was more than fantasy, that some early Jewish communities regarded it as sacred, even prophetic. The line between fiction and reality begins to blur, and the story of Enoch begins to take on a life of its own. By the end of this part, we are left with a critical question. Was Enoch merely a visionary, a myth maker, or did he truly witness secrets beyond human comprehension? The answer may forever be shrouded in mystery, but the journey into his world is just the beginning. What if the skies themselves once opened and beings not of this world descended to earth? The Book of Enoch claims they did. The guardians, spirit guides tasked with observing humanity, who instead chose to intervene. Their actions would forever alter the course of human history, and their story? It is one of rebellion, forbidden knowledge, and consequences that echo to this day. The guardians, or Grigori in some translations, were celestial beings assigned by God to oversee the human world. Unlike ordinary spirit guides, they were given authority and responsibility. Their initial purpose: guide, observe, and report. But legend tells us they grew curious, too curious. Some texts describe them as enchanted by the beauty of human women. Their fascination became obsession, leading them to break divine law. The Book of Enoch does not shy away from the details. They descended to earth, took wives, and fathered the ancient beings, colossals whose existence terrified humanity. The guardians did more than just mingle with humans. They taught mankind things that were never meant to be known: metalworking, cosmetics, astrology, magic, warfare. Skills that would grant power, but also sow chaos. Consider this: in the ancient world, these skills would have been revolutionary, almost godlike. And yet, the text warns that knowledge without wisdom is dangerous. Humanity, unprepared for such revelations, would soon feel the consequences. The offspring of the guardians, the ancient beings, are described as massive, terrifying beings. They roamed the earth, consuming resources, warring, and spreading fear. Some interpretations suggest they were literal colossals, while others see them as symbolic representations of human corruption and the consequences of divine rebellion. But why would a religious text spend so much energy detailing their deeds? Some argue that these stories were warnings, allegories for power misused and knowledge misapplied. Others wonder, could they have been based on real events, long forgotten, preserved in myth? The Watcher's transgression did not go unnoticed. The Book of Enoch describes how God pronounced judgment. The fallen angels were bound, awaiting eternal punishment, and the Nephilim were wiped from the earth in the great flood. The story echoes a universal theme. Rebellion against divine order carries consequences. But in Enoch, these consequences are vivid, terrifying, and meticulously detailed. The cosmic stakes are immense, and humanity is caught in the middle. What makes this account so controversial is its detail. Why were angels depicted as teaching humans forbidden knowledge? Why were their children so monstrous? And why was this story omitted from canonical scripture? The answers remain elusive. Some scholars see allegory, others literal events, and still others speculate about extraterrestrial contact. Whatever the truth, the tale of the Watchers continues to captivate, disturb, and inspire curiosity. A story that forces us to reconsider the boundaries between myth, morality, and history. As we leave the Watchers behind, one question lingers. What lessons did humanity learn, if any, from the forbidden gifts of these fallen angels? And more importantly, are the echoes of their rebellion still present in our world today? What if you could glimpse the end of the world, not in theory, but in visions granted to a man chosen by the divine? The Book of Enoch claims just that. Enoch, lifted into the heavens, witnesses a future of judgment, catastrophe, and cosmic order. Events that would shake humanity to its core. But are these warnings literal prophecies, or allegorical tales meant to guide morality? One of the most striking elements of Enoch's visions is the figure called the Son of Man. This mysterious being is described as a messianic judge who will punish the wicked, reward the righteous, and restore cosmic balance. Biblical scholars note striking parallels between the Son of Man in Enoch and later New Testament references. The text suggests that divine justice is not abstract. It is immediate, personal, and inevitable. Every sin, every act of corruption will be accounted for. The weight of these visions is heavy and terrifying. Enoch is shown vast and incomprehensible landscapes, realms of punishment for fallen angels, fiery pits for giants, and celestial courts where divine decrees are issued. These aren't mere metaphors. They are carefully structured images of a universe governed by law and order. For modern readers, the level of detail is astonishing. Mountains, rivers of fire, and thrones of judgment are described with precision that rivals modern storytelling. It evokes both fear and awe, leaving no doubt that Enoch's visions were meant to be remembered and feared.
Enoch's visions reveal that humanity is not innocent in this cosmic drama. Greed, violence, and idolatry are meticulously recorded. The text implies that divine punishment is a response to real corruption, a recurring theme in ancient apocalyptic literature. Some historians argue that these visions served a social function. They were warnings to ancient communities about moral decay and societal collapse. But the visceral imagery, giants crushed, angels imprisoned, cities destroyed, gives the story an intensity that transcends mere morality. The Book of Enoch also intertwines apocalyptic visions with astronomical observations. The cycles of the sun, moon, and stars are presented not only as a guide for religious festivals, but as indicators of cosmic order and the timing of divine events. Could it be that these apocalyptic visions were linked to celestial phenomena observed by ancient priests? Or were they purely symbolic, designed to impress upon humans the vastness and inevitability of divine law? The answer remains a tantalizing mystery. Enoch's apocalyptic visions did not remain confined to one text. They influenced early Jewish sects, the writers of the New Testament, and later mystical traditions. Revelations, prophecies, and even literature of doom echo the themes Enoch first described. From the fiery judgment of angels to the messianic figure of the Son of Man, Enoch's visions set a template for apocalyptic storytelling, blending morality, cosmic order, and suspense in a way that resonates even today. The question remains, were Enoch's visions divine prophecy, allegorical warning, or the imaginative work of an ancient visionary? And if they were true, what does that say about the fate of humanity and the secrets of the cosmos? The story is far from over. What if an ancient text contained knowledge of the stars so precise it rivaled modern astronomy? The Book of Enoch claims exactly that. Within its pages lies a cosmic blueprint, the movements of the sun, moon, and stars meticulously recorded, and a calendar unlike anything else in antiquity. Could this be hidden science, divine revelation, or allegorical poetry? Enoch's astronomical book describes a solar calendar based on 364 days. Not 360, not 365, but 364. Each year is divided into 4 equal seasons, 12 months, and precise intercalations. This was not a guess. It was an observation of cosmic cycles, carefully recorded. Why does this matter? Because in ancient civilizations, calendars were tools of both power and ritual. To know the cycles of the heavens was to control the timing of festivals, agriculture, and even prophecy. Could Enoch have been recording real astronomical knowledge lost to history? Enoch describes the paths of the sun and moon with astonishing detail. He notes solstices, equinoxes, and lunar cycles, and even hints at eclipses. Some scholars argue this is symbolic, but others point out the accuracy is far beyond what would be expected for the era. If taken literally, this knowledge implies a sophisticated understanding of celestial mechanics, thousands of years before modern astronomy. How could an ancient human or group have acquired such precision? And why was it encoded in a mystical text rather than a scientific treatise? The text refers to gates through which the sun and moon rise and set. These gates are more than poetic imagery. They represent order and rhythm in the cosmos. Enoch describes their movements as regulated by divine law, a universe functioning with precision, yet guided by unseen forces. This creates a fascinating duality. On one hand, the Book of Enoch is mystical and religious. On the other, it reads like a technical manual of astronomy, a rare combination in ancient literature. The astronomical book repeatedly emphasizes that this knowledge is forbidden to the uninitiated. Humans who observe the heavens without understanding divine law are warned of consequences. This tension between knowledge and secrecy is a recurring theme. It raises questions. Was this calendar and observation system used by secret priesthoods? Was it meant as moral instruction, or was it a record of genuine scientific observation hidden within allegory? Enoch's astronomical teachings influenced Jewish, Christian, and even Islamic scholars. The text's solar calendar, lunar calculations, and celestial observations echo in later apocalyptic literature. Even today, modern researchers marvel at the precision and consistency of the astronomical details. Enoch's vision of the cosmos may not just be metaphorical. It could be evidence of a lost understanding of the universe, preserved in myth and scripture. As we peer into the stars through Enoch's eyes, we are left with a profound question. Was this knowledge truly divine? Or did an ancient civilization understand the heavens far better than we ever imagined? The cosmos, it seems, has secrets, and the Book of Enoch holds the key. For centuries, the Book of Enoch vanished from the Western world, hidden from view like a treasure lost in time. Its disappearance sparked myths, conspiracies, and endless speculation. How did such a powerful and influential text disappear? And how was it found again? The complete Book of Enoch survived only in the Ge'ez language, preserved by the Ethiopic Orthodox Church. For over 1,000 years, it remained virtually unknown to Europe and the broader world. Imagine this: a text describing angels, giants, cosmic secrets, and apocalyptic visions, safeguarded in a single, distant culture. Its survival seems almost miraculous, and its eventual rediscovery would challenge centuries of biblical scholarship. In the late 18th century, European scholars finally encountered the Ge'ez manuscripts. The Book of Enoch was translated and published, revealing a text that had been lost to Western civilization for centuries. Its vivid imagery, detailed stories, and mysterious content stunned readers and sparked intense debate.
Some scholars embraced it as an essential piece of religious history. Others dismissed it as myth or forgery. Yet its influence was undeniable, particularly in understanding Jewish apocalyptic literature and the origins of certain New Testament themes. The discovery of fragments of the Book of Enoch among the Dead Sea Scrolls added a shocking validation. Portions of the text, written in Aramaic, date back to the 3rd century BCE. This confirmed that the book was widely known among certain Jewish sects long before Christianity emerged. It was not a fringe text. It was part of a living, evolving religious tradition, influencing thought and culture in ways previously unrecognized. The book's exclusion from most biblical canons fueled centuries of speculation. Some believe it was suppressed because of its controversial content. angels having forbidden relations with humans, giants roaming the earth, and forbidden knowledge being taught to humanity. Others suggest political or doctrinal motives. Authorities may have feared that the text's apocalyptic visions could inspire rebellion or challenge existing religious structures. Its absence only heightened its mystique. Today, the Book of Enoch continues to captivate scholars, mystics, and conspiracy theorists alike. Its survival, rediscovery, and partial suppression make it one of history's most enigmatic texts. From influencing early Christian thought to inspiring modern theories about angels, aliens, and forbidden knowledge, the Book of Enoch proves that sometimes the most powerful stories are the ones we almost lose. The journey of Enoch's text, lost, preserved, and rediscovered, is a story in itself. It reminds us that knowledge can survive in hidden corners, waiting for the curious to uncover it. But the bigger question remains: what truths did it conceal? And are we finally ready to see them?
The Book of Enoch has always been controversial, a text that fascinates, terrifies, and divides. Scholars, theologians, and mystics have debated its meaning for centuries. Is it literal history, allegorical morality, or something far stranger, a record of knowledge humans were never meant to have? Many scholars see Enoch as allegory. The angels, giants, and cosmic events are symbolic stories meant to convey moral lessons. The Watcher's fall represents the dangers of curiosity unchecked by wisdom. The Nephilim embody the destructive potential of human hubris. For this perspective, Enoch is a moral guide, wrapped in fantastical imagery. Its power lies not in literal truth, but in its ability to provoke reflection and caution, to warn humanity about overreaching ambition. Others argue for a literal reading. They point to its historical fragments in the Dead Sea Scrolls and suggest that Enoch describes real events: angels descending, forbidden knowledge given to humans, and giants walking the earth. If true, this challenges everything we know about ancient history. Could it be that ancient civilizations of the past encountered beings or phenomena we dismiss as myth today? The literal approach makes Enoch both thrilling and terrifying because it hints at hidden realities beyond our understanding. Regardless of interpretation, the influence of Enoch is undeniable. Themes from the text appear in the Book of Jude, the Gnostic writings, and mystical traditions across centuries. Its apocalyptic imagery shaped the way many religions imagined judgment, heaven, and the divine order. The text's blending of prophecy, morality, and cosmic insight made it more than a story. It became a framework for spiritual thought, both orthodox and esoteric. In modern times, the Book of Enoch has become the source of endless speculation. Conspiracy theorists claim it reveals hidden truths about extraterrestrials, advanced technology, or suppressed history. Mystics see it as a guide to spiritual enlightenment. The controversies are amplified because the text was almost lost to history, preserved in secrecy, and only partially understood. Its ambiguity allows for countless interpretations, each as compelling as the next. The ongoing debate reveals something deeper. Humans are drawn to mysteries that challenge perception. Enoch is not just a book, it is a mirror, reflecting our curiosity, fears, and hunger for hidden knowledge. Whether literal or allegorical, the text forces us to question reality, morality, and the limits of human understanding, and perhaps that is its greatest power. The controversies surrounding the Book of Enoch are far from settled. Each interpretation uncovers new questions, new possibilities, and new mysteries. The text challenges us to decide what is history, what is myth, and what lies somewhere in between. The Book of Enoch didn't vanish quietly. Its stories echoed through time, shaping beliefs, inspiring texts, and influencing culture in ways most people never suspect. The Book of Enoch didn't vanish quietly. Its stories echoed through time, shaping beliefs, inspiring texts, and influencing culture in ways most people never suspect. From scripture to popular culture, its reach is both profound and mysterious. Despite being excluded from most biblical canons, Enoch left an undeniable mark on scripture. The book of Jude in the New Testament explicitly references Enoch, highlighting his authority and the warnings of the watchers. Moreover, themes such as the Son of Man, judgment, and the fall of angels appear repeatedly in apocalyptic texts. Some scholars argue that early Christian thought borrowed heavily from Enochic imagery, embedding it in moral and spiritual frameworks that persist to this day. Beyond mainstream scripture, Enoch influenced Gnostic and mystical movements. His detailed visions of heaven, angels, and cosmic order offered guidance for spiritual seekers. The text's emphasis on secret knowledge and divine mysteries resonated with those exploring esoteric truths. The text challenges us to question reality, seek hidden truths, and embrace the unknown, a timeless call to intellectual and spiritual adventure. Ultimately, the Book of Enoch matters today because it reminds us that some knowledge, though ancient, still resonates. It asks us to confront the unknown, reflect on our choices, and acknowledge the mysteries that continue to surround humanity. Whether a cautionary tale, historical record, or cosmic vision, Enoch speaks across millennia, urging us to learn, to question, and to seek understanding beyond the ordinary. Enoch's story does not end in the pages of an ancient manuscript. It continues in the minds of those who dare to ask, what if? The giants, the angels, the cosmic secrets, they are waiting, and the next revelation may be just around the corner.